Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be bringing you a short enough video. I'm going to be comparing the Death Star versus the Batchat and how their playstyles are so different and the skill cap between them. The Death Star, obviously, as you know, is a big talking point in Blitz, and I won't be going into any of that today. But I will say the Death Star is a fun to play tank, and that's why people play it. People like Big Alpha. Obviously in the right hands it can be very devastating, but that's the same with any tank. And compared to the Batchat, which I will be talking about in the later stage of this video, this tank obviously has one huge shot potential. It's filthy, but you can get really screwed over by this tank, with shots missing and bouncing that shouldn't, and Hesh not penning. But not to say it is kind of a lower skill based tank to play. Now I know some people are going to be pretty salty about that, but it's the truth. It is easier to play a Death Star than a Batchat. Just because you can just one shot someone, even if you fail the HE, you're still going to do like 500-600 damage to a heavy tank. And that's not bad because most TDs only have like 650 alpha or 600 alpha. Obviously you got a long reload, but it's worth it because if you do pen with your Hesh shell, you're talking 1.5, 1.6k damage, which is enormous. The Batchat, on the other hand, is a completely different animal. But with my Death Star, I try and play it second line support. And what I mean by that is I always try and have teammates fighting the main brawl and I'm off to the side, or have teammates in front of me and I can push in behind them. And the reason I do this is because the Death Star is very fragile if left alone and in the open. The armor is butter. You can go through pretty much any gun. Obviously you can get lucky bounces, but again you can get lucky bounces with any tank. And the reload is very, very long. The Batchat, obviously you can spot because it's a light tank, it's got good camo, but it's got 30 rounds of ammunition, and the clip is very, very underwhelming. With the Alpha, you load, say, one clip of a full heat, you can roll under 800 in a clip. Now, why would you do that when you can just play a Death Star and you can do this inside V100s in 1 second? There's no reason, and that's why people play the Death Star. It's just because of the one shot potential. The Batchat is probably the highest skill based tank in the game at tier 10 at the moment, I believe. The reason for this, it's very hard to farm damage in the Batchat. The gun depression is pretty bad. The gun like itself, it's pretty good, but the penetration numbers are very lackluster. And as I said before, the clip is just, it's not good enough, simple as that. Okay, it's got good camo and stuff, but you can see what I just achieved in the Death Star there. I was never in any real stress. I was never, in kind of a panic situation. I was just smooth cleaning through that game, 4.9k damage done. And yeah, it wasn't that hard. Moving on to the Batchat game, it is a whole other story. It is a rockfield encounter battle, and they have 3 tank destroyers, and they all got pretty good big guns. They also do have an FE-205B, which is pretty nasty with Hesh, so I need to be very, very careful on my playstyle. Now, what I'm going to do first, obviously, pretty much all Batchat players do this, you go to the bush. First bush, straight away, rush to that as fast as you can. So you get information for your team, and plus you get spots for yourself. Now, obviously this is pretty standard stuff. Come up to the bush, reverse into it, and notice straight away how more active I am. And what I mean by that is, look how much more I'll be looking around this game and taking note of the environment and players around me. Why you do this in the Batchat is because you have to be switched on 24/7. If you leave your guard down for 1 second, you can get nailed and your entire hit point pool is gone. And once that's gone, it is very hard to play the bat chat. So what you want to try and do in the bat chat is you want to try and keep your hit points till the very, very end, until you need them or the game is over. Obviously this isn't going to work every time, but what you want to try and do is spot and run away and clip from somewhere else. Now as you see, that ISA just died, so I'm going to go to his body and try and get some shots off into the Isagru, which I do, but you can see how I spotted for the team and then I rotated. You don't want to sit still in the bat chat for that long, because when people do start aiming your direction, they're going to pen you pretty much every single time, because you just simply have no armor, and yeah, you're an easy target to hit. The good thing is, and you have to use this if you play the bat chat, is the mobility. The mobility is amazing on this tank. You can literally get around the map in 10-15 seconds, no problem, and use this to your advantage. Constantly relocate, you know. Again, a lot of this comes with experience, but you don't do this in the Death Star. You know, I'd still be sitting in the spawn, or just near the bush near spawn, and I'd still be putting into shots into people, and it doesn't take that much skill to sit in the bush and shoot AP at people, which has really good pen. You can see now I'm rotating again the bat chat. I'm constantly moving, and I'm constantly looking around the bat chat. Even when, you know, I'm not moving my camera or my turret, I'm always looking at the mini-map, or just having a look at like how much the enemy has like HP wise left and stuff like that. And yeah, it's a very different playstyle, and I know obviously the Death Star and the bat chat are different tanks, and I almost got absolutely deleted there, but the Death Star missed. But you can see the skill base on the bat chat is very high, because it's very hard to farm damage in the bat chat. That's facts. There's no doubting that. I'm pretty much sure every player would agree with that. How I do it, again, I spot for the team and just try and get free clips. You want to try and maximum your damage output while receiving as little to none damage as you can. And obviously that's an ideal world. It doesn't happen all the time, but if you can do that every game or every second game, or at least try to do it, then you're playing the bat chat fairly well. But you can see how much I've moved around this game. It's insane how much you move, and this isn't even a game where I've moved particularly that much in terms of a bat chat. You can see I finish off the Jaeger there, and I actually do less damage this game than I did with the Death Star. It might not seem like it, but you'll see in the post game stats, I do less damage, and you can see how much I had to work for that damage. I had to work a lot harder. I had to shoot way more times, and I had to pen and hit a lot more targets. So that is the bat chat and the Death Star. I will be doing more videos like this, but more in depth. If you did like it, please drop a like. Any support is really appreciated, and if you're new, please subscribe. I know this was a kind of a short enough video. I just wanted to compare the two. I'm not saying like, you know, about the Death Star or the bat chat. As I said, this is the first commentary video, so I just wanted to put something up and see how it went. You're currently just watching my bat chat in the garage. I would have put more footage in, but I didn't really want that. I want to keep some stuff for more videos. Yeah, the two tanks are very different, and that's why people play the Death Star. That's why you don't see so many bat chats running around, because it's a lot harder to play. Yeah, I think the matchmaking fix that Wargaming put in with the Max 4 of any types of vehicles, which was really good in my opinion, because it just stops the flood of 6-7 tank destroyers on each team, and it allows the bat chat players and the Leopard drivers to actually get out and have fun in their tanks too. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as I said, do drop a like if you did enjoy, and subscribe if you're new. Thanks guys, thanks for watching, and see ya.